Hello, my name is Ankit Chakya and you are watching Nepal Drives. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button. It helps us out a lot. Anyways, you find yourself inside the cabin of the new SERES 3 EV. The changes are mostly cosmetic though. What do you say we step out and have a look? The front is where the changes are most prominent. The busy front end has been replaced with something that is more minimal. The logo is gone and it is now replaced by the SERES lettering in big bold letters. The vertical LEDs also add on to the minimal appeal of the SERES 3. Without the sculpted hood, the front of the SERES does look a little plain, don't you think?
Under the hood is a bit of a mess, but there is a chance that you will be getting a cover of sorts later, maybe with a small frunk. You will also notice a dashcam camera and rain sensing boneless wipers up front.
The profile though makes up for the plain front fascia. There's a lot going on. You've got the shiny chrome that stands out well in the piano black cladding, and you have the character line that runs out throughout the body right to the tail, and the 18-inch alloys fill out the wheel arches really well. The rear is pretty simple. It's got a coupe style design that I've been told was designed by Porsche's ex-designer, who is now the head designer of SERES. There are two badges that read out SERES. If you missed the first badge right in the front, that also reads out SERES. And you've got the indicators and tail lights right at the bottom above the rear bumper cladding. And overall, the simple design does look good. With that out of the way, let's get back to driving. The cabin of the SERES 3 EV is a great place to be in. And for people who spend a lot of time in their cars, that is going to be a deciding factor. And this is the biggest car in the segment. But that doesn't count for a lot if it's not comfortable. But the SERES 3 is. You've got these amazing leather steerings, the seats are amazing, the bolstered sides keep you in place when you're driving. Both driver's seat and passenger seat have electrical adjustment, 6-way. And they're both heated. It's surprising how far cars have gone to. Heated seats so that you don't have to suffer through the bitter cold even for a minute. But they're not ventilated. But you do get the option of cooling down the cabin with the AC, which is very easy to use thanks to these physical buttons. And the propeller style AC vents along with the soft touch dash, I think is giving the car a very sophisticated feel. Even the 10.25-inch touchscreen unit doesn't feel out of place. But it doesn't feel very advanced though either. You don't get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You just get an app in here that's called Car Auto, which you have to download on your phone and use, which I think is a bit of a hassle. But you do get Bluetooth connectivity through which you can play your music and use your phone with ease. You also get a 360-degree camera, which is displayed on this 10.25-inch touchscreen unit as well. Overall, the interiors of the SERES 3 EV is pure class. But it's a shame that I still have to complain about a couple of things. One is the gear selector knob, which comes in this fog crystal style thing, which I really don't dig. I think in an interior which is so nice, so classy, something less in your face would have been nice, something more subtle. It just feels out of place, almost like it's trying too hard. Secondly, the buttons. Well, it's not a complaint really. Physical buttons are more convenient. But it's just that the rest of the cabin uses very premium quality materials. Take these buttons for instance on the steering wheel. It gives the illusion that they're scrollable, but they're not. They're simply just switches for the volume increase and decrease and for the tire pressure monitoring system. On any other cabin it would not have been an issue, but here it would have been cool to have something slightly better. The center console gets piano black, which is a fingerprint magnet but still looks good. You can access your 360-degree camera, change drive modes through the touch panels, and you get little switches for the AC as well. You and your passenger both get a place for your phone, but only one of them has wireless charging functionality.
You get 2 cup holders in the front and 2 more in the center armrest that you can pull down in the rear seats. seating 3 is fairly comfortable in the SERES 3. You get rear AC vents to keep passengers cool and a USB-C charger for your device. In terms of boot space, you get 525 liters of boot space and an additional 800 liters of boot space with the rear seats folded down.
Overall, the SERES 3 is a great place to be in. Open up the panoramic roof, and even a gloomy day like this feels a lot better. The SERES 3 EV comes with a 52.7 kWh battery, and the WLTP claimed range is 320 kilometers. So realistically, you'll be getting around 300 kilometers, which is great. You get 3 driving modes: normal, eco, and sport. The eco mode is sedate, perfect for the city. The normal mode is peppier. It's more than enough for even highway drivings and overtaking maneuvers. You can easily drive over the stipulated speed limits, which we haven't, of course, and we don't suggest you do either. But if you wanted to, you could easily do it. The sports mode, though, is a different beast. It really lives up to the name, sports mode. This is the mode you use when you want to utilize the full 99 kilowatt of power and 300 Newton meters of torque. And when you're going really fast, it doesn't feel like it, which just demonstrates how stable the car really is, even at high speeds. All 4 wheels get disc brakes. And at first, it doesn't feel like it has enough bite, but the more you get used to it, the more in control you feel. It's just that the brake pedal has slightly more travel to it, and it takes a little time to get used to. And once you get used to it, you get a better feel of its stopping capabilities.
This would be a good time to go through the features list that you get with the SERES 3. You get cruise control, which is activated through the stalk and the steering column. In terms of safety, you get 6 airbags, ESP, EBA, EBD, TPMS, auto hold and hill descent control, traction control, lane keep assist, and front collision warning. To further customize your driving style, you can choose your steering mode between comfort, normal, and sport.
The SERES 3 EV feels and drives like a big car. The 190 millimeters of ground clearance is a huge benefit, and you can take it almost anywhere as long as it's not very serious off-road. You might have heard that the previous SERES 3 managed to go all the way up to Lomantan. So other places should not be a problem. But that doesn't mean you go around looking for off-road trails and really pushing the car too much. This is still practically a city car, or maybe through the highways. But if you do encounter off-road tracks, you might not have to turn back quickly. If you do encounter slightly difficult off-road tracks, my suggestion would be to take it slow and keep the traction control on. So that brings us to the end of the review. So let's talk about the SERES 3 one last time. It has the big SUV feel, and it lives up to the claim of being the biggest car in its segment. For the most part, the interiors are premium and it is comfortable. And that for me would be the biggest selling point. That along with the battery range and the high ground clearance. And the newer version of the SERES 3 looks better. It doesn't try too hard to be too extravagant, but it still manages to catch people's attention. Then there's the price. It remains unchanged at $49.99 for the comfort version and $52.99 for the premium. And for the car that this is, I think that is a very good price. In the Nepalese market, the SERES 3 locks horns with the likes of the BYD Atto 3 and the MG ZS EV. Their main rival though would be the Atto 3. While cheaper in price, the SERES 3 does not come with as many features, but it edges out the Atto 3 in terms of space and ground clearance. The SERES 3 will also come out on top for those who find the interiors of the BYD Atto 3 to be a little too funky. Nevertheless, the BYD Atto 3's Blade battery will be tough to compete with. Well, that was our review. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let us know how you liked the video in the comments below. Have a good day.